Hello everyone! Today we are trying to win this endgame with white. We have this pawn that is one step away from the promotion square, and we also have a dark squared bishop, and black has these two pawns. Now, as usual, white has only one winning plan, and I want you to try to find that one. So pause the video, try to find white's only winning plan here, and then come back when you want to see the solution. Best of luck. Okay, did you solve this one? Let me know in the comments. But please don't spoil the answer for others. So, what happens if we move the bishop somewhere? Then black, no matter where we go with the bishop, black will always capture our pawn. And this is not going to be enough for white to win with. So any move with the bishop is out of the question. So how about king to f5? Now if black were to play e6 here, then we would go back to e5 with the king, and now both of the black pawns are blocked. So black would play king to g8 to prevent this pawn from promoting. And now we would have to be careful not to capture the e6 pawn, because that would be a stalemate. This pawn cannot be moved, and this king has no square. So after king to g8, we would instead have to ignore this pawn and play king to f6 instead. Now black can only move this pawn. So after e5, again we don't capture the pawn because we're not going to be able to promote this pawn. Instead, we make a waiting move with the king, king to e7, e4, king to f6, e3, only move for black. And now the king is protecting this pawn, so we can move this bishop now to capture the e-pawn. And this would unblock the h-pawn. So now black's only move would be to push the h-pawn. And then again, we make a waiting move with the bishop, h4, and then we capture that pawn. Now, if black plays king to h7, only move, then we play king to f7, and this is going to be a win for us now. Okay. But after king to f5, black will therefore not play e6 check. Instead, black will play e5. And now we can't reach these squares anymore like before. And if we instead capture on e5, well, we can't ever move this king out. If we get too close, then that's a stalemate. If we try to go around, well, the black king is just going to go back and forth, and we just can't touch it. And if we don't capture this pawn, if we try to do something like, I don't know, king to g4, black can play e4, I don't know, king to f5, e3. We have to capture eventually, and this pawn will fall. So e5 is going to save the day for black. So that is why king to f5 will not work. And yeah, king to d5, same thing. Black will play e5, and we still have the same position where we can't really kick this black king out from these squares. And in fact, anywhere where we go with the king will always be met with e5. So what is the solution then? Because if we move the bishop, then this pawn will fall. If we move the king, black will just play e5 and we won't be able to kick the black king out from these squares. That must mean that the right move is to promote this pawn. And that is correct. And in fact, we can promote it to anything. Anything will work here. And well, let's look at the easy one. So if we promote the queen, then that comes with a check and black is forced to take the queen. But now you might think, hold on, how are we going to win this now without the pawn? Didn't we need that pawn to promote? Well, yeah, but here we can actually build a mating net with the king and the bishop. And can you see how? You can maybe pause the video and try to find it. So here there is only one winning move for white, and that is to play king to e6. This blocks both of these pawns from moving, and black can only move the king to h8. And now we can play king to f7, unblocking this pawn, trapping this king in the corner. Doesn't matter where black goes with the pawn, bishop to g7 is going to be checkmate. So it's a nice mate where we could win after all with only a bishop and a king. And now I just want to show you that even if we promote to anything else other than a queen, so if we under-promote a knight instead, then this still wins. Of course, if black captures a knight, then we just get the same variation as before, so there's nothing new here. But if black doesn't capture the knight, if black plays anything else, then this is still enough material for white to win with. It is very difficult if you haven't seen it before, but it is doable. And we can also promote a bishop, because this is also enough material to win with, as long as the bishops are on different colors, which they are here. It is still difficult, but it is easier than a knight and a bishop. And of course, if we promote a rook, then yeah, this is of course winning, but you of course knew that. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this puzzle. If you found this mate of sacrificing the pawn and then building the mating net, then let me know in the comments. But please, again, don't spoil the answer for others. YouTube is not very good at hiding comments before you see a video sometimes. But yeah, I hope you have a nice day, and I'll see you on the next chess puzzle. Bye for now.